We will chant from verse 50 to 55.
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद्योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम् धियुक्ता हि फलम् त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदम् गच्छन्त्यनामयम् कर्मजम् बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलम् त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदम् गच्छन्त्यनामयम् यदा ते मोहकलिलम् बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदम् श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला समाधावचला बुद्धिः तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि अर्जुन उवाच स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्तस्य केशव स्थितधिः किं प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम् श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते.
We'll chant verse 50 again.
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद्योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
Okay. Before we go into today's class, what was discussed last time?
Sony had started,
Okay.
with Karam bin Gyan hove, Gyan bin Mukti na hove. She had said.
So we were discussing on that, like we had to take some title, some thing. So then on that we were discussing, all of us.
What were you what topic?
This was the topic, na Karam bin Gyan na hoye, Gyan bin Mukti na hoye.
Okay. What was discussed?
Like everybody were putting their views, like if like what I had thought was ki till you don't do some action, how can you be free from it? And for doing any action, you're supposed to have some knowledge about it. Without the knowledge, you cannot perform the action.
Okay.
And once it is done, only then you are free from it.
So how do you start? What did you guys decide? How do you start? Do you start action first or the knowledge first?
No, so it comes in the mind first that I want to do something. And then, even if you say that now in the mind it came that today Sunday I want to attend this class. Okay. Then I got up, I did the kriya, I did the karam, I had my bath, I sat, I got ready, and before that I knew it that the class is there. So I had that knowledge that the class is there from 7 to 8, for example, and then put it into action. And then I'm free. I'm sitting here now for the class.
So, karam bin buddhi na ho.
Jnana.
And
Buddhi bin gyan na hoye.
So action.
Yeah, it was Kriya Shakti, and what were the three Shaktis in Hindi? They say that, no?
Kriya, Dhyan.
And
I put it up in the group because where we were talking, so I remembered only two. Later on, I remember the third one. Then I said, it's going on ringing in my head. So if anybody is heard, then even they must be thinking, तीसरा वाला क्या है? So then
what is tisra wala?
Kriya.
Kriya Shakti,
Karam
that is
and
Kriya Karam, same thing, no sir, doing na something.
then
And then Gyan Shakti.
uh,
And what was the other one? Ichha Shakti. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Gyan Shakti. Ichha, it comes first, no? Then you put it into it. Ichha means it comes in the mind,
thought.
or you see somebody, or you hear, whichever type of it. And then you put it into. Sorry, you continue, sir.
Thought creates action.
Yeah,
Action creates jnana.
correct.
Ah,
And then Gyan gives you freedom. That कि वो खाना बन गया, class खत्म हो गया, I finished my 1 hour lecture, whatever. It's like then you're satisfied with that particular thing, na, that it's all done.
okay. Okay, what else was discussed?
Now Asha ji will talk
Asha ji,
because even she had her views. Everybody will have, definitely so.
yes, Asha ji, what was discussed? Asha ji, can you hear?
She's on mute. No, but she can hear, but she is kept hers on mute.
It's on mute.
She's on mute, but she can hear us.
Okay, it's on mute, Asha ji.
You have to unmute it, Asha ji.
Yes.
Ah.
What was your point, Asha ji? Connecting to audio. Okay. Anything else, Anil ji or
Ravi ji was also there.
I didn't attend. I I had something else. I fell asleep actually. I didn't attend.
Okay, Ravi ji, any point?
That means sir is the only inspiration.
Huh?
That means sir is the only inspiration that will keep
No, I
Anil ji
wouldn't say
awake.
so. I wouldn't say so. But previous night I went to sleep at 4 o'clock, so it was impossible for me to get up at 6.
But
And so then
sorry to ask you one thing. If sir would attend the lecture, I mean he would.
maybe I wouldn't have been able to get up. No,
Okay.
I need some. I don't differentiate because I myself believe that you may be having certain points which could not occur to me. So I
No,
don't
that's okay. I
differentiate that
just
way.
asked.
No, that's fine.
Right. Okay, so that is a good topic actually. Thought creates action, action creates wisdom. starts with the thought, of course. Okay. Let's move on to the text. So in verse 50, united to knowledge, one sheds here both good and bad deeds. Huh? Huh? Sukruta and Dukruta. Deeds. Therefore, devote yourself to yoga. Skill in action is yoga. Interesting. Verse 48, go to verse 48. What is yoga there? Verse 48. Go back to verse 48. Check what is yoga defined as.
Renouncing attachment and being the same in success and failure.
Ah.
Evenness is called yoga.
What is yoga here? Skill is yoga. Evenness is yoga. I wonder, why would he say this? Both are true. But why say skill here? Skill means what? Dexterity in action, right?
So art of work life.
Art of working. Art is, you got to use your intellect. It's not just working.
No, art means तो दिमाग use करना पड़ेगा ना.
Yes. So दिमाग use करना पड़ता है. That means smart work, right? Dexterity in action. See, the reason he says that is these are the two ways he defines karma yoga. So the result of karma yoga is not your thing, right? It doesn't bother you. Now, when you do karma yoga, there is an evenness in action, meaning there is peace. Swami Ramatirtha was asked, Sir, I don't have rest, I don't have rest. What is rest? What is rest? How do I get peace of mind? He says, intense work is rest. Intense work is rest. So, karma yoga equals evenness in action. Rest is evenness, na? But Sri Krishna tells us here, hey, peace in action can be doing or not doing action only. I'm peaceful on Saturday and Sunday. Huh? Or you misunderstand people. अच्छा, कैसे भी पर मुझे शांति एक्शन में चाहिए, बट एफर्ट नहीं है. Effort is dexterity, skill. So, a sattvic person who does karma yoga puts in effort and is calm while acting. There's constant effort. So, action is, you can do routine mechanical action. That is not karma yoga. I think that's what he's saying. He has to put in effort. He has to use his intellect. So to offset that idea, you may get that, arey yaar, chalo, as long as evenness is there, as long as I'm peaceful in this action, I'm okay. No, you're not okay. We need to put effort, meaning skillful effort. Dexterity in action. What else it says? Can somebody read it? The entire verse.
Which one?
50.
50.
Swami, you read.
I will not be able to read that Sanskrit so well. The English one you want me to read, sir? I can read that.
With the translation.
Yeah. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself.
That's just the transliteration. United.
Yeah. Sir, my book is different.
Oh, then I'll read it.
Okay.
You need to have the same book. United to knowledge, one sheds here both good and bad deeds. So, united to knowledge, here he is talking in the absolute sense, where you're united to working for self-realization, Brahmagyan, right? So when you are attuned to self-realization, when you're united to attain that knowledge, and you devote yourself to that goal, this is absolute, or even relatively united to an unselfish concept, thought, you work towards that, right? Then what happens? One sheds both good and bad desires. Deeds. Deeds means action. Action means desire. Desire means vasana. So what is he saying? You shed both good and bad. You shed bad desires, I understand, evil desires, evilness should be gone and all that. Look at this. This is the only scripture you will find it here in anywhere in the world, which talks about both good and bad as obstructions. Every scripture, anywhere, any religion you talk about, they will condemn the bad and they will appreciate the good. Vedanta also does that. But that's for a normal explanation. But if you go a little bit deeper, they put good and bad both in same basket. Why good and bad you get you shed both good and bad deeds means what? How is that happening?
Because both are action, whether it is a good deed or it's a bad deed. Both are action.
Okay. And
So it is action. So while performing action, you have to be even-minded or equal-minded.
both are actions. Now, both have consequence. So what was the topic you discussed? First is Ichha.
Yeah.
Ichha. Karam.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what you must also understand is chronology of action. What is chronology of action? Where does action start from? What precedes action?
Desire.
Desire.
Mind.
What precedes desire?
Thought.
Thought. What precedes thought?
Thought.
Yes, vasana.
Vasana.
Yes. So the chronology of action is action. First vasana, then
Vasana.
thought, then
Desire.
then
Action.
exactly. Be confident. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. Vasana,
Thought.
confidently
Desire.
okay.
Action.
Desire, action. Again.
Vasana.
Vasana.
Desires.
Desire.
And then action.
Exactly. Vasana, thought, desire, action. VTDA. there cannot be an action without desire. Desire means multiple thoughts running to that. There cannot be multiple thoughts if there was no single thought for that. Just because you have a single thought doesn't end in action. You have many single thoughts, but you will not act on it. But if that single thought is repeated over time, only then you will act, isn't it? So thought must be converted into a force of thoughts. Only then action happens. So thought, but if there is no thought at all, see, NBA finals is happening. What is NBA, do you know? See, no thought, no desire, no action. I'm waiting for tomorrow. I come early.
Basketball.
Huh?
Basketball.
Yes,
National
National Basketball Association, NBA. So you have to have a thought, na? Without thought, desire kahan se aayega? Without desire, action kahan se aayega? Impossible. So vasana, thought, desire, action. So for the thought to come to watch NBA, you need to have a vasana first. Your temperament is different from my temperament. Right? Now the beauty is, have you ever seen a snake eating its own tail? Picture में देखा होगा at least.
I've just heard of it. I've not seen it.
At least you must have seen a picture. I think I have a picture.
You have shown it to us.
I have? Oh, interesting. So, see, you can watch it. It's in many religions. It is there. Snake eating its own tail. It's interesting because what could it signify? Now, what they meant is not the question, but what it signifies is very interesting. It's a loop, right? So the loop is vasana, thoughts, desire, action, vasana. The more action you do in a particular field, the more desire you will entertain. See, you remember that story about King Yayati, the ancestor of Pandavas and Kauravas, the Kuru dynasty? Did I tell you the story? I must have told you the story, right? I think a couple of classes before only. He had 5 sons. He was given a sharp to suffer old age.
Then he asked them that, will you all take my old age?
Then what is, he goes to Kubera's place and comes back and he says what to his sons? The main point is that, what does he say to his son? After enjoying sense objects for 1,000 years, what does he come and say?
That this, I don't remember what you said, but that this is never going to end. That this fire of desires is going to ignite all the time, even after thousands or lakhs of years also.
It's like, to satisfy the senses is like pouring ghee into fire. So, if you keep indulging, it doesn't finish. It creates more. Yes, sir, Raviji, boliye.
Multiplies.
Yeah, there could be a negative connotation of what you mentioned, that action leads to desire. So, which means it is better to be inactive, like a ajgar, just stay idle. I mean, I'm just saying in a lighter way.
But
But
for he said dexterity in action is yoga, isn't it? He has already said you have to do karma. The whole concept is what? See, background you must always keep it in mind. The background is Arjuna doesn't want to act. So Krishna is not saying just be like an Ajgar. Don't act. No, Krishna is saying act, run and fight. But there is a technique in that. The technique is when you fight, there shouldn't be evenness. And when you fight, there should be dexterity in your fight. You don't do it like with a manda buddhi, dull mind, and you're acting same thing over and over again, like you must have seen in this I've seen some videos of Chinese videos. It must be happening in India also. All that there's a conveyor belt going on. All that the person does is tuck 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 tuck, some stamp is doing. That's it, the whole day is doing that. That's not skill in action. For whatever reasons they are doing that, poor things, but that's not skill. There must be conscious effort. There must be struggle, but there should be peace. So there is no negative connotation in it if you understand the background.
yeah, so in other words, do take action, no doubt, but let your intellect guide you in taking the action. Will
Yes.
that be the right statement?
Yeah, there must be effort in action, but you must understand at the highest level, action produces vasanas. Vasanas compel you to act. When you act, you produce more vasanas. Again, you're compelled to act. And you say, enough is enough. No, you produce more vasanas to do it. Like Yayati, 1,000 years he enjoyed. He said, it's like pouring ghee into the fire. I cannot stop that fire with pouring ghee in it. I have to pour water. Ghee will only ignite it. So this is the loop. The snake eating its own tail. It's a circular loop. There's no beginning, there's no end. So Sri Krishna says, hey, when you're united to knowledge, which is the self, and you work for that ideal, when you united to an unselfish ideal concept and you work for that, then you drop both good and bad deeds, both good and bad vasanas. So let's say you want to do good deeds, you do good deeds, you want to do more good deeds, you do more good deeds, you want to do more good deeds. You do more good deeds, it's a cycle. You do bad deeds, you want to do more bad deeds. You want to do more bad deeds, you do more bad deeds. It's cycle. So both will clutch you, both will capture you in this cycle of action. The way to get rid of that, get out of that cycle of action, good and bad both bind you. Both punya and papa. Punya is good, papa is bad, but both are binding. One is like a normal cage, another is a golden cage. Both are cages. It's like you are in a jail versus you're in a palace, but you cannot go out. Ah, sir, I will be in a palace. I will be in a palace. Ah, how long will you be in palace? And I tell you, you have no freedom to go out. Ah, that will that will bother you. Ah, isn't it? So with skill, you got to get out of it. That means selfish actions will produce selfish vasanas. Unselfish action will produce unselfish vasanas. Selfless actions will produce no vasanas. So you got to break this pattern of vasana, thought, desire, action.
Vivek, but the basic thought that you have been born is that you've taken this body to satisfy some of the vasanas that you've come with.
Yes.
So now, if you try to break this pattern, what is the purpose of human birth then?
So first, when somebody see, it's not you. The moment when we talk about controlling vasanas, we go to extreme. The moment there is a word on control, we all go to, Arey, what is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to be what? Don't say self-realization. No. What is the purpose of life?
As a human being, at least you should be disciplined.
Why do you want to be disciplined, madam? Why?
So you mean to say when you said control is not the right word, so like discipline also comes in control. So actually, it's like how when you tell a child to ban something, the full thoughts go there only.
No. What is the purpose of life?
The discipline, what you asked, the purpose of discipline is to rein in your negative tendencies.
Why?
That is the discipline, because ultimately you want to evolve spiritually,
Why?
to realize your purpose in life,
Why?
to have a better birth in the next
Okay, this is
cycle.
your last birth. Why?
Self realization.
Why?
That is the ultimate pinnacle that a human being can reach.
Who said?
What is the this thing after self realization? You're out of the cycle of birth and death, no?
Why do you want to be out of circle of life and death?
Because I want to end my suffering.
Ah, come to the point. You want to end your suffering because you want happiness. The purpose of life is to be happy, isn't it? You don't want temporary happiness. Everybody is enjoying that. You also enjoy. You go to Goa and come back. One person goes in a private jet and come back. One person goes in a golden jumbo jet and comes back. You don't want that. It finishes. You want happiness which stays. What obstructs happiness?
The desire, the fruit of the action,
Huh?
fruit of the action, the
No.
desire for the fruit of the action that disturbs the happiness.
Yes. Before that, what disturbs happiness? Are you agitated that San Antonio Spurs has lost 2 games?
Not at all. It doesn't make a difference to me
Why?
because I'm not directly involved in it.
Meaning you don't have a
Thought for it, or the vasana, or the desire for it.
you don't have a desire for it. When there is no desire, there is no.
Hi.
No action.
No
The
action,
thought,
no
the,
attachment.
the thought.
Why are you unhappy? Why are you not unhappy that Spurs lost the first 2 games?
Because I don't have connection with it. I don't know anybody about it.
You
Don't know the names.
don't have a desire for that.
Yeah, I don't. Since I have no desire, I have not even uh, tried to find out कि ये कौन सी team है, क्या है,
Right.
all that.
So no desire equals
Happiness.
no agitation.
No
Happiness.
agitation.
Were any of you bothered who won the IPL?
Yeah,
Are
that
you?
you know,
Huh?
that we were bothered who
You
should
were
win it.
bothered. I wasn't. Why? It didn't matter to me who won. I saw the match. I have no desire. No desire, I have no agitation. You have a desire, you have agitation. I'm a little upset that Spurs lost first 2 games. You are not because you don't have a desire. Agitation is caused by desires. Sir, no desire, no agitation. So with respect to NBA, you are not agitated. With respect to kids, I don't have kids, I'm not agitated. You have kids, you are agitated. Or maybe, may not be. But generally, yes. I have a partner, I'm agitated. My friend doesn't have a partner, he's not agitated. He has a EMI, he's agitated. I don't have any EMIs, I'm not agitated. So, with respect to a desire, the moment you have a desire, there is agitation as a package. Happiness also, but happiness temporary, na? Yayati is a good example. Temporary. But agitation is there. So, you now let's say I remove my desire for NBA. ऐसे ये अपने कंट्री का ही नहीं है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है कौन विन हो रहा है, मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, वो मैं उसको मालूम ही नहीं मैं एग्जिस्टिंग हूँ, लाइक who cares, there's some foreigners playing, it's not even India playing, who cares, why did I select some random team, मेरा क्या जाता है, मैं वहां रहता भी नहीं हूँ, कुछ कनेक्शन ही नहीं है. If I analyze and then say I drop that damn design, man, what nonsense is this NBA, cricket is much interesting at least. Sunrisers Hyderabad. Oh, that should hurt me. SA Spurs, how does it hurt me? If I drop the desire, is there agitation if actually Spurs loses the whole championship? No, there's no agitation because I don't have a desire. Vasana, thought, desire, action. No desire means no thought. No thought means no vasana. If I don't have vasana, I don't have agitation. What I want in life is happiness. You yourself said. So to get rid of agitation, to find pure happiness, I need to get rid of bad desires and good desires. Man plus desires equal God. Swamiji writes this in his book. God, sorry. God
Yeah,
plus
I was.
God plus desires equals man. Man minus desires equals God. God plus desire equal man. Man minus desire equals God. So he says, united to knowledge, one sheds both good and bad deeds. Deeds means vasanas. Therefore, dear to yourselves, skillfully do it. Dexterity. And while doing it, you must have evenness and dexterity. Effort plus peace of mind. Does this satisfy? Anilji, does it make sense?
Yes, it does. But having said that, even if you don't, if you have no desires, then also you are agitated.
No, sir. When you're talking about no desires, you are peaceful. At what stage are you talking? See, I told you, relatively, you're not agitated with reference to NBA. Relatively, I'm not agitated with reference to IPL. So let's
No,
say
but
you have
when
10
you
desires.
when you spoke about your an individual not having a partner, he
Yes.
has no agitations. But the fact of not having a partner, he does not know what he is missing.
No, we are
So
not.
even he's agitated because he wants a partner.
Yes, if a person wants something and he doesn't get it, he's agitated. Na? If a person has no desire for that, let's say, he knows he's a bachelor. With reference to marrying, he has no agitation na? Because he doesn't have a desire for marriage. Let's say a bachelor wants to marry and he's still not married. Full agitation because desire is not satisfied. But he doesn't have a desire. He's chill, bindas guy. I'm not saying that's a better state or what. We are not talking about that. But he doesn't have a desire for companionship. Great are those souls. You will not find people like that. But he doesn't have, he's totally self-sufficient. So with reference to marriage, he is happy. With reference to, let's say, business, he may be unhappy compared to you. But with that desire, he is happy because he doesn't have it. So you take unit by unit, you understand. So in this, if I don't have, I'm happy. If I have, I'm unhappy, right? Now, what I do with when I have it, how do I conduct myself? That is different. That is a different topic. That is karma yoga comes in there. But just understanding concept of desire. 100 desires may you have one person has 100, I have 50. Who do you think is more happier? Let's say they 50%, 50 desires gala is twice as happy as 100 desire wala. Because 50 things don't bother him anymore. He doesn't want, he is not interested in it. Right? But there are many combinations that 50 things are so powerful, it may be more than the 100 ones. So, but see, if you take equal power and same number of desires, then the 51 is happier, twice as happy. 25 one, even more happy, thrice as happy. So it goes like that. So if you take this concept and take it to the extreme, zero desires, infinite happiness. So, and what do we want? We don't want temporary happiness. We want happiness which stays. Means what? We want infinite happiness. Oh, how do I get there? Start removing desires. How do I remove desires? By going through the desires. That's a different point. You cannot remove desires. If you want to remove desires, you have to plow through the desire. कांटे को कांटे से निकालते. It's like that. What people misunderstand, Vedanta is saying, is no desires, na? Stop acting. Evenness and skillfulness is yoga. Act, effort. I don't want to act. Act, Arjuna. Your duty is a Kshatriya. Put yourself there and finish the work. No desires is infinite happiness. The goal is to reduce desires. The technique is not doing desire activity, doing activity. How is the question? If you don't know how, you produce more desires. If you know how, by acting, you reduce desires. Nobody knows how to reduce desires. They just act. Nobody has the goal that you need to reduce desires for happiness. People think more desires is more happiness. No, no, no. Less desires is more happiness. But how do I act? There's a technique to action.
That is, this full thing is only Karma Yoga. No? This chapter. This chapter is only of Karma Yoga, na?
This and second, next one.
This
Karma
and
Yoga
second.
is already started here.
Yeah.
Correct, you're right. Now, next verse. Verse 51. We'll chant it twice.
कर्मजम् बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलम् त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदम् गच्छन्त्यनामयम् कर्मजम् बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलम् त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदम् गच्छन्त्यनामयम्.
Right. The wise, united to knowledge, renouncing the fruit of action, liberated from the bond of birth, indeed reach the state beyond evil. Now, what is evil? What is he referring evil to here? See, he's not a normal master. Will tell you everything. He wants you to think and analyze. Evil क्या है?
It's a sin.
Huh?
It's a sin. Can you say it's a sin?
What is sin?
My ignorance.
Huh?
My ignorance is the sin.
कैसे?
Not knowing.
No,
अरे?
you had said agitation is only sin. Having
Yes. See,
you're not at ease.
agitation is sin, isn't it? Sin is not in the action, but in the reaction. It's in agitation. See, uh, evil means agitation only. Whatever causes you agitation is evil, isn't it? Is there evil outside? Does causing somebody distress is evil? Terrible distress. Is it evil?
Yes, it is.
So a lion is causing terrible distress to that baby deer. Is it evil?
No, because that is his vasana.
So this is his vasana. This is the human being's vasana. Do you know it is not?
This is not a natural vasana, whereas in the case of an animal, because a human being has the ability to discriminate, where an animal does not have that ability. So for him, it is his vasana to live on a prey.
So human being has the ability to discriminate, you're saying. Right? How many of us discriminate in life and live? 100% of human beings, how many do you think use their intellect every time and think and work and do?
I mean, if you do not discriminate, then there will be lawlessness in society,
Correct.
because
And
then you have a free reign.
there is no lawlessness because there are rules, not because people are discriminating.
Well, let's say
Lawlessness,
a drug addict, if today a drug addict, if he does not discriminate, or somebody, if you're used to some substances
yes,
for happiness, if you do not discriminate and indiscriminately keep having it, the end result is you suffer.
exactly, correct. So, what is your point there? I said, what is evil? You said a person who has the capacity to discriminate and doesn't discriminate
Yes,
is evil.
yes,
Why?
because then he's acting without any restraint.
So,
So, if you're acting without any restraint, in spite of rules being there, you could cause chaos in society,
okay, why is it evil?
because he ends up not only causing chaos in society, but he ends up destroying himself also.
That's his
Because
choice.
every action has a reaction. So, in the
That,
long run,
so are you saying that because he destroys himself, that's evil?
yes, it's being evil towards yourself, no?
Why evil? So what is happening there?
He's not discriminating. The vasana is a negative vasana is being fueled.
Yes.
So that's what's causing harm in society, and at the same time causing harm to himself.
So then we must first define what evil is. What is evil? Definition.
Evil is the in a person's life, evil is something which causes distress.
So that means which causes agitation, isn't
But
it?
Vivek, there is a problem here also.
Yes.
Now today I come and murder you, for instance,
Yes.
right? Now, this could be a debt. You may have murdered me in my past, in your past birth, in our past birth, with the result that I am coming back in this birth to square up, uh, square up what happened in the last birth.
Ah,
So now, when you try and find out evil, though it appears as evil to the outward eye, it's definitely not evil in the subtle sense, because it's something that it's like squaring a transaction.
right. See, so let's not get into that past karma and all. Let's not, because okay, we cannot prove it or disprove it. Let's not go there. But as a normal discussion, evil is what you're saying, something which causes distress, na?
Yes, yes.
Isn't it? Distress means agitation. So evil is defined as something that creates agitation is evil. Evil is not in the action which creates agitation, because a lion killing a deer, you don't say it's evil, but a human killing a human, it's evil. Because one is not causing you agitation because of whatever reason, another is causing you agitation. The reason I'm not talking, the reason is you have some values. That value is not met by a human being. Who you set a value that he is not meeting. Hence you call it evil. You don't set that value on an animal because animal doesn't have a choice, la 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 la. Human beings have. Just because human being has a choice doesn't mean he has to comply to what standard you and or the society behaves has. Doesn't mean. If he doesn't, then there's chaos, I understand. But it is not a compulsion on that human to follow what you or society puts a standard as. Because he doesn't do it, I call it evil. Why? Because it doesn't match with what standards we have set. And hence, if it does something against this standard, it causes me distress. Even if it goes with the standards and morally I think it is wrong, it is evil. So evil is defined as morally objectionable behavior, which creates agitation. Agitation is evil. What creates agitation? Desire. What creates desire? Vasana. Vasana is evil. Here, contextually, you must understand. So, go indeed reach the state beyond evil. Reach the state beyond vasana. What is the state beyond vasana? Self-realization. Raviji.
To take your argument further about discrimination and moral, uh, it all depends on the individual. My own standard, as you said. For example, let's say I go and steal in a mall, right? No, why I steal? Because I find that this fellow has charged me more money for the purchase which I had done on the previous day. So I'm justified. So I set my own moral. The point I'm trying to make is that the discrimination depends on the individual. As Shakespeare has once said, no? Nothing is bad in this world, only thinking makes it so. So what I may think is right may not be right for you, but I'm happy with that.
So,
So what I'm saying is that there is no standard that this is right, this is wrong. There is no standard that this is the correct way of discrimination. It all depends on the individual. That's it.
How is it connected to evil?
Sorry, come again.
How is it connected to the topic we're discussing about evil?
No, since we are talking about discrimination and moral, so the thought came to me. It may not be directly relevant to that, but since the topic was being discussed, so I thought I'll express my, my inferences or whatever you can call it.
Your point should be in line with the topic we're discussing. Generally, it should be like that because it should aid the discussion. We can't go on a tangent. You have to come back and then aid the discussion. Na?
If you relate with if you relate with evil, then you can say
it. Yes.
Fine. No, I'll revert my statement. Not a problem. I mean, if you're insisting that it should be.
That's not the point, sir. When you have a point, we must make sure that it should aid the discussion, or in some way, either it supports or not supports. Yeah, I understand what your point is, but it's out of context. You should connect it. Like
I'll revert it. No, okay. Sorry to interrupt you. I'll revert it. When you say that evil, right? So what you think is evil is not evil in my mind. Why? Because my action, which I take, is in line with my thinking, in line with my logic, and I think it's right. So I'm not doing anything evil. Like for example, our friend Mr. Anil had said, and which you had bypassed, that let's not go into the past and karma and all. X murdered him in the past, so now in the present he murdered X because of taking revenge and all for that matter. So the rewording which I have done, I guess it is in line with what we have been discussing.
Right. So our definition of evil is vasanas. Vasanas, because vasanas creates thought, thought creates action, action creates agitation. So when you say agitation, when you say evil, when you say vasanas, it's all the same. The wise, united to knowledge, renouncing fruit of action, which we have already read, sab uske haath mein hai, liberated from bond of birth, indeed reach the state of beyond evil. Liberated from bond of birth means that's the process. Na? Vasanas creates actions. So because you had certain vasanas, you were born. And you live this life, create more vasanas, again you are born. In this life, you reduce vasanas, you will not be born. Right? So liberated from bond of birth, meaning what? Liberated from vasanas itself. You reach the state beyond vasanas. That is what he's saying. The wise, united to knowledge, meaning working in the sense of karma yoga, renouncing the fruit, obviously. United to knowledge means for the self-realization he's working, or for higher goal, for us, he's working. The fruit of action he renounces, sab uske haath mein hai, uski den hai. Liberated from bond of birth, meaning as he works, he removes his desires, less and less vasanas. He will reach a state of no vasanas. When there are no vasanas, there is no thought. There is no thought means there is no action. That means there is no birth. State of self-realization is no vasanas. You will go beyond evil. Evil means vasanas here. So you got to understand in very contextual. You must to understand in this context. It's not. He is not defining evil as morally objectionable behavior. He is not defining that. But if you take the technical definition and then analyze, it is agitation. So agitation is caused by vasanas. So beyond vasanas. So you have to work like that, It's not simply given, like go beyond vasanas. He will not say that. That's our homework. God plus desires is man, right? So man minus desire, man minus vasanas is God. So minus vasanas is what is explaining. we will continue with verse 52. Verse 52 is interesting. I would encourage you to read verse 52 and come next class from Swamiji's interpretation. Okay, any questions now? When did we last have a physical class? April में क्या? हाँ? April first week ना or May first week? I can't hear you, Soni.
You had come in Jan, no? And then you said, I'll come every quarterly. So then Jan, Feb, March, April.
Afterwards, I came to your house now. I mean,
Yeah. No, I know that. I was
where
just
was that?
thinking.
April it was, I think.
Well, ना April first week.
Yeah. April you must have.
हो गया, May हो गया. ठीक है. We'll have one more session in June maybe we'll have. ठीक है. All right. ॐ पूर्णमदं पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. We'll meet next time. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir. Thank you.